Flosstube. Good morning. It is Monday, February the 13th, and I am a little bit late in getting this video out to you as the whole house came down with the old panini. Starting to feel a little bit better. If you notice some weird edits, it's probably because I'm editing out a little bit of a cough. But I didn't want to wait too much longer as I have a lot of stitching to show you. You know, thankfully, you know, with the vaccines and everything, I wasn't sort of down and out so much as just a little bit down, and I was able to get a little bit of stitching done. So I have quite a bit to show you that I've worked on. I don't have any finishes, but I do have just a lot of works in progress that I'll show you. And I have just a small bit of haul that I'll save to the end. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm really happy to be here again. There's been quite a few new subscribers, so thank you so much to those who have subscribed. I'm looking forward to getting back on a sort of bi-weekly, you know, twice a month kind of order of things here, because I missed it. I missed sort of the reset that it provides. So let's just jump right in and get started. So one of the things that I worked on was my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. And I don't know that I have the cover photo in here. I don't. I'll insert a photo here. I'm sure you know what it looks like. But I started in the middle. This was one of my Christmas starts, and my goal is just really to get this this block complete. Hopefully I can do that by the end of the month. If not, it's fine, but you know, just a goal. So I did quite a bit. So last time you'd seen this, I think I had most of this done, but I did go up and work into the tree, and I brought up the border here. I had a little bit of negative stitching. I had started stitching the words, and then I realized that my peacock here was off by half a stitch, and so it was just looking a little funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tree up, make sure that my border is the right amount of height, and then I'll bring the words down just to make sure that I, you know, account for any errors. And this is stitched with the no, it's not stitched with called for. This is stitched with a conversion, the Vicki Clayton Silks conversion. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Fox and Rabbit Duxbury. And it's a huge piece of fabric. You can see it's kind of all wrapped up in here. I was working on it this morning. And hopefully I can get this tree done. And I really love it. I love the stitches because, you know, in here, these are like half stitches to create the pine needles. And I just love that. I think it's a really beautiful piece, and I love the Vicki Clayton Silks. You can probably tell I sound a little froggy. Sorry. The next thing I worked on was I had seen Michelle Bendy pull out her 2020 pandemic sampler by Sarcy Girl, which is here. This was a free sampler that that Christy put out, and it's beautiful. So I wanted to get some more work done. This is where I'm at. So I didn't have a lot done. I started this, I think, in 2021, so I was a little late to the game. But I worked on building this house a little bit, and I think I added a couple of chickens. Yeah, and I think it's going good. This house is huge. The houses are going to take a while. I want to finish this house, I think. This is stitched with mostly the called for DMC. I think I made one swap. So this is the DMC. What did I swap out? Instead of 921, I'm using 301, which is this sort of orangey color. So it's the lighter orange in the flower border. So it's going to take a while. I don't have any illusions of finishing it anytime soon. It's more just a progress of getting some stitches in, you know, and building that house up, trying to get that done. The next thing I worked on was Carolyn at Friday Off the Grid and Evertotes had a finish it up weekend. And so I had said I wanted to finish the border for the Renato Parolin There As Always. This is the pattern. That's not what the stitch looks like. The stitch is just the chart. There's no picture of it. So I didn't get a finish, though I got pretty close. And last time you saw this, I'll put a picture here. So this is what it looked like last time. Right? So I had some of the top done, but this is what it looks like now. So I did make quite a bit of progress. And this is on 40 Count Little Bunny by xjudesign, 1/1. And I'm using my own floss conversion. It calls for DMCs. And I'm doing a combination of like Roxy Floss Co., Color and Cotton, Gentle Art. I mean, it's just a real, it's just a real mix of colors, but in the same sort of family, right? So these are similar to the DMCs, though slightly, you know, more variegated. So hopefully I can get this one finished soon. It'd be really nice to get it framed because I'm really close. And there's, you know, the back stitching just takes a lot of time. I don't realize quite how much time it takes, especially when it's, I made some counting errors. But it's getting close and I'm really excited about that because I think it looks really pretty. And I also, let me just put this away so it doesn't get misplaced. I also worked on the Scarlet letter, Jane Atkinson. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. So gorgeous. I love this border. And this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. So about a little over 3 weeks ago. So that's what it looked like before. And this is where I got to. Oh, the colors on the camera look so good. They look good in person too, but. So this is the called for AVAS silk on 40 count platinum. So just a really nice yellowy white, sort of a cream, and just working on the outlining. I love this one because I can do some outlining and then go in and just fill in when I'm a little tired. So this was really helpful. Like I did a lot of this. It's kind of hard to see, but these are stitched and these aren't. So I was doing the fill in over here and, you know, did some of that leaves and stuff, which were pretty easy counting. And I've got a ways to go because that's only, just trying to make sure I say it's the right side. So that's only this corner. It's about a page, if I'm honest. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm almost at the page mark. So the page mark is like down here. So I'm pretty close to a page. And I'm really looking forward to this one. If you're new, just a brief story of how I'm going to do this one is I'm not going to put the verse in here that Jane put in. And I'm not going to put Jane Atkinson's name. I'm going to use this as a John Donne sampler. John Donne wrote Paradise Lost, which is what I studied, one of the books I studied for my PhD and wrote about in my dissertation. And so this is going to be my dedication to John Donne. And I'm really looking forward to that. And last but not least, I worked on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So I had been behind last time I showed this to you. So this is coming out in a monthly release. And basically this was October, November, December, and then this was January, and this was February. And I was behind. I hadn't done January. And I don't think I had done December either. I can't remember. I'll show you. This is where it was when I showed you last time. So this will, future me knows where I'm at. Current me does not, where I was at. So that's what it looked like when I showed you last time. So 3 weeks ago. And then this is what it looks like now. Let me just put something behind it. So I have done December and January. Let me move my magnet out of the way. And I've started February. It's so cute. I love it. I love the monthly portions. I think it's broken up really nicely. It's easy to stitch, like it's a good chunk. You feel like you're getting good work done, but it doesn't take all month to do it, at least not for me. So I really like that. I think this candelabra it looks so good. The cobwebs are all back stitching with a couple of long stitches, you know, like I did some long stitches for the ones that reach across the candles. And I think they came out good. I'm generally not a long stitch lover. I tend to do just back stitch if I can get away with it, but I thought the long stitches looked really good. This is on the kit fabric with kit DMC. The fabric is I forget. Picture This Plus Pewter, and it's a 28 count. So that's all I stitched on. That's a lie. That is a lie. I have one more thing and it's huge. One second. So the other thing I worked on is the Scarlet Quince Amethyst, which I'll show you the finished product here. So it's an Alphonse Mucha painting, and this is where it was last time you saw it. So I had just started. I'm stitching this on 16 count Aida with the called for DMC. It uses blended floss, which is why I'm using 16 count. So it's 2 strands of floss over 1 square of Aida. And I'm doing the Royal Rose method, which is basically you do the first 2 100 square blocks all the way across, or you can do it all the way across the page or the whole piece of work, whatever you prefer. And I find, so like, what that means is it takes a while to get set up, but it sets you up really well for your next row. So this is where I got to. Don't knock things over. So I've actually gotten, I just set up really tall. I've gotten all the way across. So this is the whole width of the piece. And you can see that, I'm parking my threads. I have them braided down here just to keep them nice and neat. But, this took quite a bit of time because I was setting up all of my parked threads. So I was pulling new blends for each, you know, color. So you stitch 2 and you park down and you end to the right. Well, my right is this way. So I started over here and then ended over here. No, I started over here and ended over there. It's fine. Anyway, I think it's looking really, really nice. I love the way that the blended threads look. This is the first time I've done a Scarlet quince, and I've done some blending before with some dimensions, but never, like this is, every stitch is a blend for the most part. It is very rare that you get like even just a square of 310 or like 3799 or 416. Everything else is a blend. And I think the effect is just stunning. Yep. It was a lot of work. Total stitching time into this. So Scarlet quince, I was doing it on paper, and then I realized that Scarlet quince actually has an app. Sorry. Ugh, hair in my mouth. So I was doing it on paper because the pattern isn't Pattern Keeper compatible, but I didn't realize that Scarlet quince actually had their own app. And so what it is actually it saves the pattern in the browser. So you create an account and you can install your patterns in the browser, and the browser will remember where you've worked, and you can back up to your email. And once I did that, it was really quick. And so total stitching time is currently at 11 hours. Now that's not counting the bit that I had put in right at the beginning. So like for this section here, you know, I was stitching something like 500 stitches an hour or something because I just filled them in. But for everything else, it's pretty accurate. So I would say probably total I have maybe 15 hours into the piece, and that's an estimate, but I think it's generous. And you know, it's tall. You can see it. You could see it in the picture. It's a long piece, so I got quite a bit of work to go, but I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. Okay, that is all of the stitching that I have. I only had 2 purchases come in. I got my Color and Cotton February Thread Club, which, let me open, sorry for the crinkle. Which is very springy. So we've got green tea, mint chip, butterfly bush, bunny nose, and baby carrots. Very springy, very sweet. Not my colors really, though I can definitely see using these in like sort of a neon piece. I think that'd be really nice. So those are cute. And then I also got the Fat Quarter Shop Fine Floss. So I'm building up a stash of NPI. And this month was the Glacier Blue set. So you get 5 skeins. So this is 611, 612, 613, 614, and 615. Which is good. Now I have like reds, browns, oranges, yellows, blues, and greens. So I have a pretty good set to work from now, you know, just basic, like some basic colors. And so I could start thinking about how I could convert things to silk. I am so glad that you joined me today. It's a short video with a lot of content, but I didn't want to keep it too long as my my voice is still a little froggy. But hopefully I'll see you again in 2 weeks rather than 3. Hope you take care, be well, enjoy the, you know, the springy weather. Hopefully it's coming your way. It seems to be here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.